All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another quick video. All right, y'all, back with some shocking news. I know most of you already heard about this piece of shocking news right here. I'm still a little shocked on this one. I don't know what's going on, y'all. This thing just gets weirder and weirder with the UFC women's flyweight division. I mean, first, Jennifer Maia gets cut, and now none other than Taila Santos is removed from the UFC roster. I mean, what's going on, y'all? I mean, this afternoon or like morning/afternoon, I was just messing around on IG, always checking into what's going on as far as the latest in WMMA. And I believe it was MMA.theory, their IG, they posted up a picture that caught my eye. Mayra Bueno Silva and Taila Santos side by side. I'm like, what are they about to fight? No, but then I read the caption and it said both of these fighters have been removed from the rankings, from, their respective division rankings, and they were removed from the pound for pound rankings. So I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So I pull up UFC rankings, and I'll check it out. And lo and behold, you look at the flyweight division, Taila Santos is gone. And it's not an error. It's not an error because they got JoJo Calderwood moving in at number 15. So everybody moved up a spot, right? Then I looked at the bantamweight division. Mayra Bueno Silva's gone. Now you got Tainara Lisboa ranked. So these aren't errors. Now, the situation with Mayra Bueno Silva, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. I believe her situation is they probably took her out of the rankings because her little slap on the wrist suspension, which she's going to be back by the end of the month, right? We all know she has a title fight. So, yeah, she's not cut. She's not cut. She's just pulled out of the rankings, probably just to satisfy suspension protocol or whatever, right? So enough of Silva. Going back to Taila Santos, this is a serious one right here because I had to go and look around on this one, man. I looked on all these other websites, WMMA rankings, MMA Junkie, and everybody's posted up that she's been cut according to a certain source, but it doesn't really say why, right? Maybe by the time I post this video up, we'll know why. But going to MMAJunkie.com, if y'all haven't seen it, this is what it says. Taila Santos is no longer part of the UFC roster. Santos, a former women's flyweight title challenger, was released from a contract after 7 fights with the promotion. A person of knowledge of the situation confirmed the news to MMA Junkie on Tuesday, which is today, after UFC roster tracker shared it on Twitter. All right, so I didn't see UFC tracker removed for Mayra Bueno Silva, so I guess hers is, like I said, just because of her suspension. But for Taila Santos, boom, it was right there. She's been removed from the UFC. All right, and this is the big part here. This is the kicker. Santos had a couple of fights left on her deal. It's unclear why she was released. That is crazy. That is crazy. Like, why was she released with a couple of fights on her contract still? Because usually, like, if a fighter wants to leave, they got to kind of buy out their contract. Like with boxing, you have to kind of pay a fine with UFC. If you want to leave before the end of your contract, you got to pay out a hefty fine or whatever, right? You have to buy it out. But with her situation, it looks like maybe this was a mutual thing, or the UFC doesn't want her anymore for whatever reason. Is it because of poor management, because of the poor business deals in the past? Is it things to deal with her visa? I mean, Taila Santos always has a lot going on behind the scenes. Like, she's one of those fighters that I could say is not really, she's kind of like a wasted talent a little bit. Like, she's got a lot going for her, but it's so many things going on behind the scenes with her that can, pretty much stop her from reaching the potential that we all think she can get to. You know what I mean? She's had the issues with paying her trainers in the past. I don't know if it's because who's doing her management right now, or they're making the deals, or they doing all the talking for her. And, the UFC's not liking what's being said. So they say, hey, enough of this. You got to go. We got enough girls in the division anyway right now. So they don't mind risking Santos at this point, which is sad if that's the situation. I don't know if that fully is a situation, but Veronica Macedo posted up her response. She had said that maybe this is the UFC trying to negotiate a contract. Let me pull it up here real quick. I'll pull it up for y'all. This is what Macedo had to say, because I was thinking the same thing. But Veronica Macedo said this on Twitter. She said, this seems more like she fought out her contract and they are negotiating another deal. But usually when a fighter fights out their contract, right, they don't remove them from the rankings. Because even whenever Caitlin Chikagan had fought out her contract and she was like, I'm a free agent now. Y'all remember that a while back, like a year or so ago, Caitlin Chikagan, she was like, hey, I just fought my last fight and the UFC hasn't decided on signing me yet. They didn't take her out of the rankings. Caitlin Kaylin Kagan, she didn't get removed from the rankings. You know, she was still good. Like, she was just waiting on the word, you know, for the negotiation of the contract. But with Santos' situation, the word is she had a couple fights left on her deal. So why would they remove her from the rankings if she still has a couple fights? Like, and you know, they're negotiating, because a negotiation just means that, hey, we're going to renew your contract, and more than likely you're going to stay, because if you're an active fighter and you're in the top 5 and you're doing well, there's really no need for us to say, hey, we're going to remove you, right? Well, unless your name is Jennifer Maya. But yeah, that was the situation. Caitlin Kagan, you know, she was a free agent while she was still ranked. But with Taila Santos having a couple fights left, like, negotiation could still be going on, but they wouldn't remove you from the rankings. So I think maybe there's a little more to the story. Maybe it's a mutual break. Maybe it has something to do with some of the crazy things that's been going on behind the scenes with Taila Santos. But my whole thoughts on the situation is, it's a shocker, man. And I hope it's not true. I hope that it is just a negotiation type of thing and they renew her contract. But it's hard to say on that because she still got 2 fights. But I hope it's something else. I hope it's just like something that just got stretched out, because this girl still got a lot of potential. You know, she still has a lot of potential. Taila Santos, she's 4-3 in the UFC. When you look at it, it's like, wow, I didn't know she had that many losses now, right? You know, she's had 7 fights. She's won 4. She's beat Jillian Robertson, JoJo, Roxanne Modafferi, and who else did she beat on resume? Molly McCann, right? Those are the fighters that she beat. But she lost to Mara Romero Barella in her debut, and she lost to Valentina, of course, in a close fight, and she lost to Erin Blanchfield. So she's on a back-to-back losing streak right now. Not very active. You know, it took a year to get her back in the cage against Erin Blanchfield, and I think she suffered from that, you know, even dealing with the whole training situation. So just a lot going on with her, man. That's why it's kind of sad, you know, if she does get cut, because there's a lot of wasted potential there. You know, I think she has a lot of good tools. You know, hell, she was in my quadruple threat for a reason, right? You know, so I think with what's been going on behind the scenes, it really has been affecting her performances. And, you know, now that's why she's where she is, you know, performances and business now. You know, so hopefully she can get it together. Hopefully they can re-sign her. But, yeah, man, 4-3 doesn't look that bad, because, you know, she's fought well and given the former champ, tough fight. Hopefully she can bounce back, man, because I wanted to see if she could ever get the belt. You know, I wanted to see her fight Grasso at some point. There were some fights I wanted to see, you know, Grasso, a rematch with Valentina at some point. Manon Fiorot, I wanted to see them fight. Shoot, I even wanted to see Taila Santos go up to 135, like, if things didn't go well at 125. Like, if it was the weight or if she just couldn't make it there. I was hoping maybe she could move up to 135 and we could see Taila Santos at bantamweight, man. But no such luck right now, man. I mean, don't know what's going on. You know, she only 30 years old, so we'll see, y'all. Other than that, that's all I got for y'all right now. I mean, if something else pops up, we'll talk about it. But yeah, maybe I'll do a live tomorrow. We'll talk, you know, unless something else changes. You know, we find out this is just fake news or just exaggerated. But at the moment, Taila Santos is out of the rankings, you know. So y'all give me your thoughts. Hopefully she'll be back. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.